Yeah, usually they'll show up on my feed
Oh,
because I'm subscribed.
that's fun. I like that.
Let's see.
All right, I think we're on. I'm in an email fight with Notion.
Oh no.
Not like a fight. I like remember how I had like added the extra thing and then taken it away. Well, it was like confusing or bad tech is what I'm calling it. So I got charged for 2 months in a row for this extra shit that I like supposedly canceled. So when I emailed them about it, they had prefaced helping me with some sort of timeline. Like we have this policy on time. So when I finally was able to get to it, like a week and a half later, um, I was like, I'm not going back and forth. I'll just send a demand letter for the refunds
Hmm.
and then go from there. Anywho, the 5-day challenge, I did set it up and um, I didn't do it. Mostly like I kind of like put what I think I already do
Hmm.
and then added things that I want to do. But it's been hard to like stick to a thing. My life is different every day.
Hmm.
So like I feel like I have to make it as vague as possible so that I can apply this template to every day, even if every day is different.
Right.
And like even on days that I'm busy, I can still make sure that I eat between 12 and 2. So that can be easy. But mornings are still a little difficult.
Yeah. And also the times that you'll see at the end where it's like on a clock, that's not really required. I put that there for my purposes. Like that's something that I added. When I first made it, I didn't have that on there, and I just found that having the times helps me visualize what I can do in the morning. But
Hmm.
it's not really something, especially when you're not working a 9 to 5 and your days are more flexible. You absolutely do not need to have the clock on there. I used to visualize things in a time block manner whenever I was doing school and full-time work and caretaking and everything. So that's just easier for my brain. But I don't recommend it for everybody to have specific times on there.
Mm.
So you can, if that helps you, but also because of the fact that your days are different, even just from day to day in the week, you don't have to have that on there. Just stuff that you want to do for 5 days and it doesn't have to be at that time.
Yeah, I like that. And I liked that you had that because the time blindness thing is real. So
Hmm.
I'll put something on my to-do list and like my brain doesn't know if it takes 5 minutes or 5 hours. So I might just skip it. But then like seeing the times, I'm like, oh, okay, this is totally doable. If these things only take this amount of time, I can do all 10 things because each
Hmm.
thing is like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And then can you see my screen?
Yes.
Um, because it's different every day. I put
Hmm.
one of the things, just many with like a big time gap, but like
Right.
general idea of when I want to start
Hmm.
is kind of what I did. So like this is when I'm trending to wake up between 6:30 and 7:30. And like
And
if I,
sometimes I'll do like if something on mine is like an estimate that changes, sometimes I'll do like the little squiggle
oh,
hyphen, the
right.
tilde, and like at squiggle or squiggle at, and then I know like that's not
Hmm.
set in stone.
Yeah, because if I wake up at 7:30, this all changes and
Hmm.
I don't do everything.
Yeah. Oh, I see you have the squiggles down there too. Yeah.
Where?
On evening
Oh,
total.
yeah. And I think, well, yeah, I think some are left behind from yours. And this
Mm.
one I just totally, I almost said U-hauled, like re-hauled it.
Yeah,
I put those
overhauled.
in there. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant.
Rehaul. Oh, that's very funny. Um, I had a client yesterday who told me something interesting about my brain, if
Hmm.
you're interested. We were talking about engineers and artists and we was talking a little bit about like our company and such, and also that oops, also that I have engineers in my family, and I said something like, um, because I was like, well, I think everyone's an artist, but I was like, I think I have a lot of, I think my cousins are engineers who are also artists. And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, actually, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think that they obviously could be, but I don't think that's the way their brain is focused. And then that led me to knowing that, well, I can communicate with them well, I understand an engineering brain. And she was a psychologist. She gasped. She goes, "Oh, you're a left brain, right brain person?" And like without knowing what that was, I was like, "Mm-hmm." And she goes, "That's a very rare thing." And she said, "That means that you know the art and the business behind it."
Mhm. Mhm.
And that was like helpful for me to for like little buckets. Like I didn't really I guess I saw it like that, but like not really in words. I saw it. I didn't
Mhm.
read it or whatever. Anyway, I thought that was very interesting. And I thought of you because I talked about you. I was like, well, my business partner's an analyst and an artist also.
Mhm.
And it makes sense. I think I keep messing this up. I keep hitting control wiggle.
Oh, instead of shift.
Yes, and it's messing me up. Anywho, so on Monday I was aware of it, but then the rest of the week I became aware in and out, but not really. I just had a general
Mhm.
idea. So today I'll go through it and see. Also, I think I need to adjust the week. I think it has to be a 7-day week, not 5-day,
Mhm.
because my weekends are work days too sometimes.
Yeah. I do the same. Like, I do it for a 7-day week, and I don't know that I have the right, like the numbers written. Maybe I do, but I have it for a 7-day week, just like written down. That way I can try to do it 5 days of that week.
Mm,
But
I see.
yeah,
So if you
and I
skip a day,
also on previous ones, I didn't, I wasn't very good. Like if you looked at my archive, not on screen, obviously, but like,
hmm
you probably saw that most of my daily checks were blank except for the first one. And it's because for a while there, I wasn't really able to do that. And then I also was doing a lot of my, journaling separately. So I didn't necessarily need to do that part,
hmm
but yeah, especially now. I was gonna start really getting back into it when I restarted this, and then I started using Penzu, and I'm doing my streak on Penzu where I name each entry day whatever, and I'm on day 9 today. Last night I really did not want to journal. I just was distracted and I wasn't in the mood and I was tired. And I didn't feel like I did a good job the previous day or that day or whatever.
hmm
So I literally just opened it and I was like, I did not do any of this stuff, but I don't want to break my streak. So I'm writing. And I just kind of kept it really basic, but I kept my streak going. And then today I was able to hop in there this morning while I was sitting here anyway. And I just kind of went all in and I kind of put more into it, um, not on purpose, just because I was forcing myself to sit here,
hmm
and I just poured stuff into it that's more even than the previous weeks and some or previous days. And sometimes that's just how it goes with like the daily
hmm
journaling is
hmm
sometimes there's barely any room at all, but you got to keep the muscle. And then one day it just all comes out. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened. And I feel like there's still more in there that could come out. But it is helpful. And you forget how important that stuff is. Like everybody says you need to journal and everything, but my main thing is you don't have to do it in those boxes. If it becomes overwhelming, like I don't want to do the 5-day challenge because I don't want to step through every single one of those things, like
hmm
the daily check and the notes and everything. But those are just extra tools to help you, like if you want to keep track of, oh man, I feel really good about this day. And then that next day makes you feel like, oh man, I didn't do this stuff. But then you see the
Mm,
previous day and you're like, oh, but actually I did really good. So I know I can do it and I can do it again.
yeah, that's brilliant. I love it. And I was like, okay, what do I want to put in here? Because I did see yours and I didn't really go through your archive. I just saw it. It
Yeah.
inspired me to do the button thing so that because I like to be able to just put this whole thing in there, right?
Hmm.
Um, but I was like, okay, what do I want to put in here? And I think that I decided I was just gonna like say what I did and didn't do.
Yeah, I saw yours and I'm like, that looks good.
So I'm seeing, and like maybe along the road, I'll just put like, maybe I'll have like a disposition scale or like,
Mm.
what was my mood that day?
Hmm.
I'm gonna toy around with that.
Yeah, it's gonna keep changing, and that's how you know you're doing it right. Is if you
Mm,
make changes to it on a regular basis. That's when you know, okay, this is working because my brain is trying to find ways to better it. I feel like the more you find yourself needing to change it, the more you know that you are actually being intentional with your tracking.
that's
You're
true.
not just like skipping stuff and forgetting about it. Like you're staying engaged with it, I guess is the word. So making
Mm-hmm. And
changes
checking
represents
in,
engagement.
doing reps really, like going through
Yeah.
it and be like, okay, I do that with just the way things are set up
Hmm.
around me. Like this didn't actually work because this was in the way every time I went to grab it. So now I'm gonna move
Yeah.
it and see if I like this experience better.
Yeah.
Another thing, this woman, I wish I could remember her name. Um, she brought up the book The Artist's Way, and I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, I know about it." And I said, was like, "Well, I met my business partner in a live stream that where we talked about that book, and she talked about the writing for 3 pages, and that oh, it was because I was like, well, I think everyone's an artist, and she was like, you need to read The Artist's Way, and I'm like, I have, um, and it definitely like sparked my memory of that time and like RK and Savvy like literally doing it. And
Hmm.
remember, the would set a timer for 2 minutes every single day.
Hmm.
Um,
The writing, it wasn't called a writing sprint, I don't think, but
no,
yeah. I
it
remember
was
that
supposed.
too randomly the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, we used to do this every day.
Yeah,
That's
we just
crazy.
get up and get like a job.
We both collectively just forgot about that
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just remembered it randomly. But yeah,
yeah,
it's wild to think of the time when we get up every morning for that stream, every single morning. I mean, I had to get
yeah,
up anyway, but like I set aside time to make sure that I watched the stream
yeah.
for
And
so
a lot of
long.
people did very
Mhm.
consistently. That
Yeah,
was a pretty dope fucking community
I know. I
of
miss it so
people.
much,
I'm
but
still
she's got
friends with
so
some of
much
those
going
people.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. RK drops in every once in a while in my DMs.
Oh, nice.
Ask me how I'm doing. We
That's
have a
so
little how are
cool.
you back and forth thing, check in.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
talked to Savvy in a while, but it's partially because I know she's incredibly busy.
I
And
know.
I only like reach out once in a blue moon, usually when I have like a relevant question.
Mm.
Because I don't want to, like, she's constantly taking on new projects. I'm really excited for her new book she's doing.
Mm.
Did you see
I
her new book?
n- I might have got an email about it. What's it called?
What is it
I
called?
must
Hold,
have. I'm definitely like
I
subscribed.
I'm excited. I should know the name of it off the top of my head, but I'm excited because it's like um a kind of book that I would have liked to have had when I was younger about, struggling with scoliosis, um, and stuff like that, but like not in a depressing way.
Mm-hmm.
Just like kind of like an American Girl if an American girl had scoliosis, which is very on brand for her. Because that's something that I also have appreciated about her is because obviously I struggled that with that when I was younger, but I wasn't able to be in a back brace for as long because of the fact that I didn't um they didn't catch it until later. And so I
Wow.
was only able to wear it after I was already hitting puberty, which also meant it was very painful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as a result of that, I still struggle a lot more with it than had I been caught earlier, and I still have lifelong pain from that. But it's also just really empowering that I know that she went through that. Of course, hers was worse because she had big boobs also. I
I
at
know.
least didn't
Remember all the
have,
boob content?
yes, I at least did not have to worry about that because I've always been an itty bitty titty queen.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, she brought back her Life Happens 3U mug. I love that mug. I love the colors. I'm just on her website trying to see
Oh,
if I
you
can
are? Okay.
find.
I was looking on my phone and just don't even know. My brain is a little
Yeah.
dumb right
I,
now,
I
so.
was trying to see if I could find uh like
What's her
an
website? I
announcement.
just don't know how to look her up. I don't remember her last name. My
Well,
memory is
she
like,
changed she doesn't have the same website, but it's
what?
now savvylizer.bigcartel.com.
Oh, Eliza, Lei.
Leiser. Oh
Okay.
man, she has a lot of her old merch back.
Oh
Oh, that's
man.
awesome. Because
Okay.
I was sad.
At what is the website?
Sorry, savvylizer.bigcartel.com.
I know the last time that I checked up on her, she was Life Happens 3U. It's so good.
I know, I love the colors. It's so her.
Business Guru Magnetic Poetry.
Yeah, I remember that one too. She's got, and then Deep Dave, Big Titty Tomboy.
I like
These are
the big titty
so great.
tomboy one.
Gender nonconforming girl boss. And then We Stand Pam, the old Rachel Hollis throwback. Man,
Oh
it's
my
such a wild
God.
ride to see these things again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm proud to be a small business supporter sweatshirt. Another one with I love her color scheme
I know.
of the purple, white, yellow, blue,
I was thinking about when she started that clothing line and she did a design on the stream, and I was just watching her make the art, and I was like, "Oh my God, she really just
the
does it so
hipster unicorn.
so effortlessly." I just am so detailed that it takes me forever to like create something like that.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason that I got inspired to start drawing again is because like her stuff is cartoonish and fun because it's inspired by her own like stuff that she doodles. And
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't really care that it's not all professional looking. She's like, "No, I like this cartoony and fun style. I'm an adult that plays with toys. I like this."
Mm-hmm.
And so she just instead of making it look super duper professional in style, she leans into the playful side and makes that it just turns it into digital art and then makes it into physical. And I love it.
Oh, you get the whole sheet.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. Oh wait, no, just kidding.
Oh,
Um, what was I gonna say about this? I can't remember.
but yeah, man. What a nice little plug, but it's also just a nice little trip down memory lane because for the longest time she didn't have this merch anymore. And I
Mm,
thought for some of it, because it wasn't really relevant anymore with the doing away of some of like the Deep Dave series is done and the inside jokes from
mhm.
Your Morning Guru or Your Morning Guru is done. But the fact that she just brought it back, no explanation needed,
Yeah.
it feels like a gift to the old fans. She's like, no one is gonna get this except the people that have been here from the beginning, and I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I know what I was gonna say. She had like backed off on stuff because she realized how burned out she was making herself all the time. And then her dog passed away.
Hmm.
So I thought I got the impression that she was kind of just ghosting because she was taking care of herself and learning how to do that properly.
Yeah, which is awesome. And I know
We
she
did that too.
literally, we're still coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're still kind of easing our way back into things.
Yeah.
And honestly, probably for the best because with the whole like tariff situation hitting,
Yeah.
we probably picked a good time to take a break from physical
Oh,
merch.
that's a good point. I forgot about that.
And
We'll have to
especially here in my area, like my significant other was like, is it bad that I'm kind of glad you're not doing Pride this year? Because things are happening politically that it is more dangerous right now in certain parts
Mm,
with certain people. And he's like, I'm glad I support you, but I'm glad that I at least don't have to be fearful for this day for Pride. Like we can go, but I'm glad that you're not running a booth and
mm-hmm.
that extra anxiety. I would just rather it be a slightly different climate for
Yeah.
that, which it is still important to take a stand, but with everything else going on, I do understand that desire for safety. Um, so I think
Yeah.
I think we'll get our time to be back in the spotlight, but I think we it was accidentally quite timely that we had to step back when we did.
Yeah. And isn't that just always the most divine thing?
Hmm.
Um, do you want to read the
Oh,
planetary guide
yes.
and then
Def
get to it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. April, April 6th to the 12th? No, we're March 30 to April 5.
If we want to start with last week, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to do? Last week, this week, or both?
I think we did last week's, didn't we? Like we read through it.
Yeah, probably. I think we've only been doing the week ahead. Maybe on bi-weeks we'll have to do both.
Yeah.
Um, April 6th to 12th, Mars enters its domicile, Aries, on Thursday, allowing us to relish the full force of its unbridled dynamic energy until May 18th.
Oh, that's
Uh,
my birthday.
oh, yeah.
Oh, your birthday is coming up too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the 21st, 23rd?
6.
6. Ugh,
Mm-hmm.
man.
So
I have it in
close.
my calendar. I just couldn't remember the number.
Same for you. I go like 12, 19.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. Um, during this period, Mars will also conjoin and fully activate Neptune and Saturn, both of which recently moved into Aries, taking us firmly and solidly into a powerful new era. Monday and Tuesday are great days for work of a routine nature or anything that requires putting yourself out there, such as pitches, presentations, or sales. Try to stay away from anything too intellectually taxing. However,
Mm,
as mental reserves um, could be quickly depleted. Interesting.
very
So it's a
interesting.
creative time. Our time for thinking is like very, we don't, minimal.
Right.
This
I
will be
mean, my
helpful.
class starts on Sunday, so
Oh, right.
although that'll be right at the end of the week. So what day
Um,
is that we want to, is that for the whole week or just
that's Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday?
Stick
Okay.
to routine stuff, but don't think too hard. Wednesday
Hmm.
is filled with excitement and spontaneity, so take risks, try new things, and get yourself out of ruts. Friday is a festival day that is perfect for socializing and catching up with friends and family. Weekend outlook. Soulmate energy abounds on Saturday, making it a perfect time for romance and planning for the future. If you were looking for a day to propose or move in together, that is it. On
Mm.
Sunday, however, overly competitive, individualistic, erotic vibes, erratic,
I was like, wow, that took a turn.
could make it difficult to enjoy other people's company.
Hmm.
Keep that in mind for your Sunday class.
Yeah, gotta
Erotic
be careful.
vibes. If you try to help someone out, they may take you for granted, leaving you feeling exploited. Save your
Mm.
generosity for another day.
Wow.
Tips for a 5-star week. Spring roars to life this week, making the next 2 months the perfect time to start new projects or launch a business.
Hmm.
Speaking of, I'm trying to figure out how to do like a form so that I can get availabilities from people, but like I don't know how to do that fucking shit. And I've tried two different kinds that I've used before and they're just limited. I want something where I can send it to someone and they can click their availabilities and then I get that list. And I just don't, not finding that because it's having you pick specific dates. And I just want to know generally. Oh, I guess I could just do a Google form.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like this is something we've done before.
Yeah. Okay.
So probably a Google form.
But I want, and I'll send you one so I can have it on paper, but I want to know what your availability is for once a month group.
Okay.
So start thinking about that.
I'll check my calendar and see what it looks like.
What comes up for me is after this is an option. Um, Monday, Tuesday, and I think that's it.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, it'd have to be evening, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
And it would have to be um, not the first week of the month because 3 times a
Mm.
year I have elections, which actually, PSA, local elections are Tuesday. So this is not everyone will have something on the ballot. Like I'm right on the city limits and we don't have something on the ballot. But lots of people will have like usually this is oh no, garbage dripped on my robe. Sorry.
Dripped?
Yeah, I mean, I won't talk about his bodily functions, but yes, he drips from the wrong end. So so school board is one thing that is usually done in April for elections. And even if you don't have kids, I feel like it's still important to look into the school board options because some of them, especially with things happening in the education system with book bans and all this other nonsense, sometimes it can be good to find out who is in the running, what their stances are, if they have anything of substance, and try to vote them in because obviously everyone is affected by the school system, even if you don't have kids in there. Um, and
Mm-hmm, right.
then sometimes there will be local issues as well. Like if we were inside city limits, we would have an issue offering to fund a local expo center using tourist tax dollars. But there's also stuff about like the fire department and things like that for different areas. So if you are registered to vote, have been registered to vote since like March something, it might be slightly different day for different counties across the country, but definitely get out there and vote on Tuesday. Maybe look more into what you need to know about voting in your area. And if you're not registered to vote, do that so that you can be there available for the primaries, for the midterms. Because it is super duper important. Even if you hate politics, we can't really afford to be blind to politics. And there's the whole classic adage of you're not allowed to complain if you don't vote. If you
Mm-hmm.
vote and it doesn't go your way, complain all you want. But if you don't even try and you try the whole my vote doesn't matter, that's an issue with the whole situation of too many people getting jaded and saying the same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
start a movement, be your person, and
Right.
make other people do that as well.
Unless you're an art anarchist.
Yeah, obviously, if you're an anarchist, this does not apply to you. But unless you actively believe there should be no government, go vote,
Mm-hmm.
especially while we have the chance.
Word.
Okay.
All right, let's hit it.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
ready.
Let me share my screen. Boo, boo. Minimize this and close this and begin this. All right. Share.
You've never had a rip away outfit? Yeah.
You are off mute. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I
know that.
know. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Um,
I don't know if this is a conversation we should be hearing, but if not,
all right, because you can't hear anything else.
no. We
Laura's
just
sister
hear,
was
have you never had a
saying,
rip away outfit?
you never had a rip away outfit. I've never had a rip away outfit either, but I've had rip away pants. She was saying she's never had a rip away outfit in a play.
Oh, a play.
Yeah.
That's the context that's we're missing. Okay. I'm like, man,
What
who'd have
were
gotten
you
that
thinking? Like
apartment?
just in life? We're just talking about. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
I did not know. Sometimes you don't. I
Hmm.
mean, actually, now that I think of it, rip away clothing would be helpful when I go on walks in the weather.
Yes,
I just get home and just like,
you need it.
all right.
The thing is big. It's
What
cut
do you
off a
mean?
little. Is it me? Like at the
Um,
bottom, it's cut off where it says buy.
Bye.
Yeah, at the
Oh,
bottom,
oh,
20
okay.
minutes.
I bet I know why. Hold on.
I just
Is that
happened to like overhear the rip away thing and I needed to get involved.
also, I'm not signed in, so don't judge whatever the heck is over on the recommended.
That's funny.
This is a separate Chrome window that's not signed in.
Okay,
Okay.
that's perfect. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you for telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is our weekly planning meeting. It's called Sunday service because we usually do this on Sundays. Next few weeks, we're going to be doing more on Saturdays so that I can do a class for art, which we're excited about. And
Yeah.
then my Notion just crashed, so I'm gonna wing it. We do this planning meeting every week. It's mostly for the purpose of just organizing our thoughts and preparing and getting ready for the week ahead. It's very neurodivergent friendly. I don't think this is gonna load. It just keeps crashing. So we do this in four
Good
parts.
thing you know what you're doing.
We do this in four parts, and we take 20 minutes for a brain dump, about 10 minutes for reflective questions where we think about the previous week. Then we do a top 20, and then we add things to our calendar. So to start off with, we're going to do a brain dump, which there's no right or wrong way to do it. We just take 20 minutes and put anything that's on our mind into either the notebook or the template Notion, whatever. And it could be journal, it could be a list, it could be listed tasks, categorized, whatever. But it doesn't have to be a certain way because we're going to go back and pull the most important things from this. So we'll take 20 minutes for that and we'll go on mute and we'll come back for our reflective questions.
Thank you. And I'll just add that um the practice of doing the brain dump evolves
Yes.
and can feel messy for a while and can feel awesome and then feel messy again.
Hmm. That's pretty much how it goes for me. It
Me too.
changes regularly for me.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Mhm. All right, that's time. How we doing?
Pretty good. I pretty much journaled. Well, I got distracted making the cover for the stream, and then also, I was asking myself some questions, and
Hmm,
then I started Googling one of the owners of the salon, one of the salons I work at,
okay.
who's a lawyer, and he has 4 corporations out on the business.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just investigating because he's such a twat.
well,
And
uh,
so this is the picture. Okay. There's 2 salons, 40 stylists, 4 managers. Well, 2 managers, 2 other desk people. Okay, so 4 people, 4 or 5. Maybe there's another desk person too. 5 people that don't do hair. There's probably like a half a dozen assistants plus the 40 stylists. Then there's Joey, who is one of the stylists and a co-owner of both salons now, even though Joey's name is nowhere on any of these corporations that I'm seeing. And then there's Joel, who's like a middle-aged misogynist gay man
ooh,
who's a lawyer who has owned the corporation for 16 years and like within the last 3 years opened this business with Joey, quote unquote. And he sits on a computer somewhere and looks at our schedules at both salons and plays Tetris with them and just moves appointments around. I got a text from a client yesterday saying, my appointment was moved without me being contacted. I called management and they told me the only thing that I had was, some other time. She's like, and I don't think I can make that time. I would be late. And this is a person that takes me like 15 to 20 minutes to do. And she pays full
mm,
price for her session. My schedule was actually open that day. They bumped her to put someone else in and then gave her a time that would make her late, even though, and when I checked it, it just was not a thing that had to happen at all. But
mm,
one of the main points is he doesn't contact anybody. He just sits there like the Wizard of Oz and moves appointments, and then reception has to deal with the aftermath of it. And then so do we, obviously, because we all have clients who are connected with us outside of the salon.
yeah.
And like if you call out, they just cancel the appointment and they just expect the person to call back and reschedule. And then they wonder why their retention is so poor. Anyway,
Jeez.
yeah. So he is just up there. And like yesterday, I had an issue and he blocked me from seeing my own schedule. And the other owner, Joey, had to text him and tell him not to. It is so crazy. It's so crazy. Because I was like, well, why would someone move that? He was like, well, Joel moved it. Like, oh, this person who's never stepped his foot inside of a salon and never done anything is looking at the schedule and like playing God with our time. And then the receptionist was like, defending the action. And that's fine. Um,
That is
it's
so
just,
weird.
yeah, it's really
Like,
weird.
obviously there's no defending it, but part of me wants to figure out like why. Like,
It's
obviously
just to
they're
maximize money. That's it. And it's a sweatshop. And
mm,
literally, like he comes into meetings and he's like, everything has to be exactly pristine all throughout the day. If there's too much hair on the floor, if there's blah, blah, blah. Like he's never worked
mm,
in this. So he doesn't actually know what it is. He'll be like, well, tell me if I'm wrong, but isn't blah, 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 blah. Isn't this professional and this unprofessional? And like no one can say anything back to him because he will like call someone fat or like
the
call
heck?
someone, yeah, he's an asshole. He's
So he
such an
wants to
asshole.
talk about professionalism and then he wants to act like that.
Yeah. He has a snapback for everyone that has a thing to say. Or if nobody has a thing to say, he picks a person and bullies them and
Jeez.
publicly humiliates them in front of everyone.
That's like a recipe for getting sued, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
He's a bad person.
So it
This
sounds.
is the person where his boyfriend at the holiday party talked to me about cocaine the first time I met him.
Oh my gosh.
And I had only
Great
worked
first
for the salon
impression.
for like a week. Yeah.
They were playing
Anyway,
fast and loose with liability there.
well, it's lawyers. And also he thinks hairstylists are dumb and that they don't know. But really, we're just so exhausted we don't have time to do anything about it.
Mm.
And also need jobs.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's
So that's
absolutely
how mine
crazy.
went. How did yours go?
It went fine. I started with listing out the things that I need to make sure I do. And I remembered there's preparation that I need to do for election on Tuesday, that I'll need to do today because tomorrow I need to go to bed super early so I can wake up
Mm,
at the crack of dawn. And then I moved on to organizing a review that I forgot to do.
mm.
And so getting that
How
set
do you
up.
organize it?
I start by pulling it up, and sometimes I'll like outline the main things that I want to hit. Sometimes I'll just go in and just start writing. And then some reviews I want to like pull up my main points if I've been
Mm,
keeping track of them while I read.
mm-hmm.
And then obviously pull up the tab that I'm going to post a review, and then a couple extra tabs where I'm referencing the Goodreads page or whatever. That way I'm keeping my memory fresh and all this other stuff. And sometimes I want to compare it with other reviews as well, just to see like if there's something that I missed or whatever. Um, so yeah, just kind of starting that process. That way it's ready for me.
Nice.
Um, so yeah. So let's go on. We've got our reflective questions for 10 minutes. So we're going to ask ourselves questions about the week and kind of how it went, what we're proud of ourselves for, what we wish we would have gotten around to, what we need to follow up on this next week. And we'll take about 10 minutes for that, and then we will come back to start doing our top 20.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. How do we do?
Pretty good. Turns out, even though the week felt like shit, it really wasn't.
Good. I love it
Yeah.
when the reflective questions end up with that.
Yeah. And a confession, I sometimes skip those because I'll look through and it's too overwhelming to reflect.
Hmm.
And I did it this time.
Proud of you.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
also, in the vein of looking through and getting overwhelmed, sometimes I will have the prompts to the side and I'll also have a general reflection space to just write. So I'll use the reflecting prompts as like just that, prompts, ideas. And I'll just start writing. So I don't have to always break it up into each one. Just keep that, like, do a stream of consciousness and try to keep those things in mind as far as like feelings wise, like how did the week
Hmm.
go and how did I perform? Like just do it all in one organic paragraph. And
I
that
love
makes it a
that.
little less overwhelming because sometimes it takes me back to school whenever they ask questions on paper and you have to fill them out. But then you end up sort of answering the next question, and then you have to be like, well, how do I take this from this question and fit it in that one with this one
Hmm.
still making sense? Or do I just repeat it? And how do I make it unique? And it's like, sometimes they just all flow together, and that's fine.
Yeah, that is very helpful to hear. Thank you.
Mhm. Alrighty, so let's go to our top 20. So basically, we just want to pull up to 20 things from our brain dump and reflective questions. It doesn't have to be exactly 20. We just want to focus on the memory exercise and prioritizing. Um, we want to make sure that we can delegate our time and energy into the most important things and not overwhelm ourselves. So don't do more than 20. We'll take 15 minutes for that, and then we'll come back and start adding things to our calendar.
Great. Thank you.
Mhm. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. So, that is our top 20. How do we feel?
Pretty good. I'm really gonna take advantage of this 2 days of not thinking too much because I have a lot of creative things to do that I'm excited about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what about you?
I have added the stuff from my mostly my brain dump into my top 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I wound up with a little bit of extra time, which I finished organizing my review and wrapped up my last journal entry.
Beautiful.
Pardon me. So, next and last, we are going to add things to our calendar for the week. So, we'll take 10 minutes for that. We want to account for the weather, and housework, things from our top 20, and also things like non-committal and non-communication blocks, appointments or whatever, stuff that we might forget if we don't, intentionally put it in. So, we'll take 10 minutes and then we will come back and wrap up the stream.
Great. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, there we go.
Well, howdy doody.
Hmm.
I messed my thing up. There we go. How'd it go for you?
Doing okay. Um, I am hoping that this will be a better week. I'm going to keep up some of my patterns that I started this past week, and I made tweaks to my goals, my 5-day challenge. So I know that I am not going to have like an average week because Monday I'm gonna have to go to bed super early, and Tuesday I'm out of commission all day long, and then Wednesday I'm off work
Mm.
to recover. So it's going to be a different week, but I'm anxious to see how it will turn out and what it'll look like when it's done. How about you?
Well, I've done a lot of calendar organizing throughout the week as I'm like thinking about my priorities.
Hmm.
So that's like allowed me to shift things a bit. Um, and I think it's gonna be a busy week for me, which is fine. I feel like every week is busy now.
Well, as long as you give yourself a chance for the creative time on Monday and Tuesday.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think I'll have a problem with that. Although Tuesday, I think I may be going to the Rockaways.
What's that?
It's a beach here on an island.
Ooh,
Yeah, I have a friend who lives out there and she's off for like the next 12 days. So she invited me to come hang out.
nice. I love that.
Yeah.
All
I can't remember
right.
what it's like to get there, but it's far away.
Mm.
Far
It'll
away
be a
Rockaways.
nice getaway from your shoebox.
Yeah. Hmm.
Alrighty. Well, I
Good luck
guess
with
with
your
that,
class, man.
thank you, thank you. I'll actually see you again. Did we cancel next week?
Yes, because I have to work all day Saturday and you can't do Sunday.
Right. Yes. Okay.
And
Well
originally,
then,
oh, let me remove that. Originally, I was only working until like 12:30 on Sunday, but that changed. So
mhm,
we did consult. I do want to do a calendar invite that involves you. Oh, I do. Do you get the notifications when I cancel them?
mhm.
Oh, yeah, because okay. So
Yeah,
if
they
I
add to my
can't,
calendar automatically.
and if I move it to trash, it removes from your calendar too.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Cool. I need to start setting an alarm, I think, because I get notified from my calendar,
Hmm.
but it doesn't alert me.
Mm.
Especially, well, it does, but if I'm not paying attention, which is very often, I'll figure that out. Anyway, perfect.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll see everyone in 2 weeks. We'll be meeting the Saturday after next. Um, and I will have had one drawing class, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, thank